Please get ready for a dictation of exercise number 26. It is from the budget from August 2021 issue of the Progressive magazine. 5 seconds. Start. Honorable Speaker, Sir, the high level of provisioning by public sector banks of their stressed assets calls for measures to clean up the bank books. An asset reconstruction company limited and asset management company would be set up to consolidate and take over the existing stressed debt and then manage and dispose of the assets to alternate investment funds and other potential investors for eventual value realization. Last year, government had approved an increase in the deposit insurance cover from rupees 1 lakh to rupees 5 lakhs for bank customers. I shall be moving amendments to the DICGC Act 1961 in this session itself to streamline the provisions so that if a bank is temporarily unable to fulfill its obligations, the depositors of such a bank can get easy and time-bound access to their deposits to the extent of the deposit insurance cover. This would help depositors of banks that are currently under stress to improve credit discipline while continuing to protect the interest of small borrowers. For NBFCs with minimum asset size of rupees 100 crore, the minimum loan size eligible for debt recovery under the Securitization and Reconstruction of Financial Assets and Enforcement of Security Interest Act 2002 is proposed to be reduced from the existing level of rupees 50 lakhs to rupees 20 lakhs. The decriminalizing of the procedural and technical compoundable offences under the Companies Act 2013 is now complete. I now propose to next take up decriminalization of the Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008. Sir, I propose to revise the definition under the Companies Act 2013 for small companies by increasing their thresholds for paid up capital from not exceeding rupees 50 lakh to not exceeding rupees 2 crore and turnover from not exceeding rupees 2 crore to not exceeding rupees 20 crore. This will benefit more than 2 lakh companies in easing their compliance requirements. As a further measure which directly benefits start-ups and innovators, I propose to incentivize the incorporation of one-person companies by allowing OPCs to grow without any restrictions on paid-up capital and turnover, allowing their conversion into any other type of company at any time, reducing the residency limit for an Indian citizen to set up an OPC from 182 days to 120 days and also allow non-resident Indians to incorporate OPCs in India. We have kept working towards strategic disinvestment. a number of transactions, namely BPCL, Air India, Shipping Corporation of India, Container Corporation of India, IDBI Bank, BEML, Neelachal Ispat Nigam Limited, among others, would be completed in 2021-22. Other than IDBI Bank, we propose to take up the privatization of 2 public sector banks and 1 general insurance company in the year 2021-22. This would require legislative amendments, and I propose to introduce the amendments in this session itself. In 2021-22, we would also bring the IPO of LIC, for which I am bringing the requisite amendments in this session itself. In the Atma Nirbhar package, I had announced that we will come out with a policy of strategic disinvestment of public sector enterprises. I am happy to inform the House that the government has approved the said policy. The policy provides a clear roadmap for disinvestment in all non-strategic and strategic sectors. We have kept 4 areas that are strategic, where bare minimum CPSEs will be maintained and rest privatized. In the remaining sectors, all CPSEs will be privatized. The main highlights of the policy are mentioned at Annexure 3. To fast forward the disinvestment policy, I am asking Niti Aayog to work out on the next list of central public sector companies that would be taken up for strategic disinvestment. To similarly incentivize states to take to disinvestment of their public sector companies, we will work out an incentive package of central funds for states. Idle assets will not contribute to Atma Nirbhar Bharat. The non-core assets largely consist of surplus land with government, ministries and departments and public sector enterprises. Monetizing of land can either be by way of direct sale or concession or by similar means. This requires special abilities, and for this purpose, I propose to use a special purpose vehicle in the form of a company that would carry out this activity in order to ensure timely completion of closure of sick or loss-making CPSEs. We will introduce a revised mechanism that will ensure timely closure of such units. I have estimated rupees 1,75,000 crores as receipts from disinvestment in budget estimates 2021-22. Under the Treasury Single Account System, autonomous bodies directly draw funds from the government's account at the time of actual expenditure, saving interest costs. We will extend the TSA system for universal application from 2021-22 on the recommendation of the 5th Finance Commission, we have undertaken. Stop.